Is this working? We hope it's working.
Yeah, see?
Yay. A little different.
It's new. Do we want the camera in there?
That's fine.
Hello. Hello, everyone. We'll give everyone a few minutos to... hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Melissa, Janice, Guadalupe, Sheila.
We can share. Oh, no. We want to stay. I see. Amy, okay.
Penny.
Hey, everyone. Marianne. Welcome.
Georgia, Gail. Ink lips. Am I pronouncing that right? Ink lips.
Yeah. What? There is. Oh, yeah, there's lips.
Lips.
I just call him Simon. It's much easier for me.
Hi, Simon.
It's much easier. You have to turn off your...
give me the thumbs up. So
you have to turn off your... You can't have stuff on.
Oh, forgot.
That's you, not me.
I'm on.
This is their time, not your time.
Hello.
All right. Hey, everyone. So this is kind of a new way to do live videos on YouTube. We went to do a live video today. We usually do it on our phone, but now there's a camera, and it's like new, and we're like, hey, maybe we can live stream now, and we can.
The picture looks really good. I'm hoping you're seeing it just as well as we are.
Yeah. All right. So we got back from Creative. First of all, welcome to everyone in here. We got back from Creativation actually Monday really late, like 1:30 late.
Well, no, we got in about just a little after 11 and got to bed about 1:30.
No from Brazil.
No from Brazil. I don't know what that means.
Anyways.
Very crisp.
So yes, we got back, and I've been asked many times, are you guys doing a recap of things you like, things you didn't like, blah 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 blah. So we'll try to kind of keep it short, but there is a lot of stuff to cover here. Some of the stuff you guys saw on film, some you did not see on film, or things around. So I know some of you were there. Simon was there. He had a fun booth. He was in the tonic booth, and he was demonstrating the Tim Holtz craft mat, which we didn't film.
Sorry we didn't come back, Simon, to come film you. Because we just got so busy with so much stuff.
Well, here's the deal. We got there on Friday. And first of all, I want to thank everyone who came out and actually came up to us and approached us and said, hey, and, we love watching your videos and stuff. So basically, the last year we went to Creativation, a few people recognized us, came up, but it wasn't that big. And we started on Saturdays when the showroom opened. Yep. And we only got into 2 aisles for the entire day.
It's horrible.
Which was cool because people were coming up and saying, oh my gosh, we love you guys. Can we get a picture? And they would sit and chat. And so that was very cool. We've never had that before. So it was kind of very nice and 10 people. So because of that, though, we didn't get to film as much as I thought we were going to. Yeah. But we will talk about all of our fun stuff. First of all, yes. So I want to just talk about the craft mat because I know everyone's asking why we did not film it and what happened. So Tim Holtz stuff was like literally all over the show. He was in tonic booth. He was in, of course, Ranger. He was demonstrating in both. And I wasn't smart enough to look at the schedule of when he was performing. Yeah. But we were there when Simon was demonstrating it. And it is it's a tempered glass mat. Mm-hmm. And really everything that Tim showed on his videos
would have been the same.
Yeah. The silicone cover. I think it's silicone or Teflon. I always forget. Is it silicone or Teflon? I think it's a Teflon
top with a silicone backing.
Okay. So anyways, the glass mat is a must, but the toolkit is a must. So the toolkit comes with this like little ruler with a straight edge, and it comes with a little scrapey thingy.
Yep. Which is, he said, is made of glass, I believe.
It's weighted. Yeah. I kind of feel bad a little bit for Tim Holtz because there was a few times in the show, like seriously, he would walk and like, I'm not even kidding, 10 feet behind him, he has this group of people that are like,
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It's not funny because that's gotta get annoying, but it's like, could you imagine like walking that and like literally they're like 10 feet behind him, they're like
the entourage.
The entourage, as I like to call it. So anyways, very cool. I'm in love with the black tools, so those are a must. Yes. And it was awesome. So first of all, before we dive into anything, everything I am showing you is not, well, most of it's not out yet. A lot of the stuff in the show is like February through April release dates.
There's a couple things that even won't be coming out until like almost fall. There's just a couple things. It's like, wow.
Correct.
Right? But yeah,
that could have been because my ADHD kicked in. The reason we switched places today is because I have brochures and boxes of everything we want to share with you. So Sean can't be trusted with those.
With what?
All this stuff. Because I'd say, find this, and you'd be like, what is that? Yeah. And stuff.
I don't know what it is.
So Sean was awesome. He did a great job filming. No chewing gum. Nope. Good job.
No gum.
All right. So let's jump right in. I am trying to look for questions, but so Sean will be looking for questions. This is too hard for me to do. I can't do both.
Any coupons for the visual image?
No. So basically today was the first day I reached out to all of the companies that I made contact with just to talk to them and everything like that. So I don't know if there will be coupons and everything, but we will talk about all of that. So let's go ahead and
the reason by the way, a couple of people are saying, hey, we switched sides. And Sheila answered, because there's less room on this side of the counter than over there, and all the stuff we have is all over there. So he wanted to be able to grab it all as we went. Yeah, that's why we're a little different.
So we'll start with kind of going from one show to the side of the other show. So DeflectO, let's talk about them. They were one of the first. Well, ThermalWeb was the first one, but DeflectO was the first one that we went to. I love DeflectO. For you guys that don't know what DeflectO is,
Tim's Resist spray? I haven't heard anything about that. What's the resist spray?
I don't know, love. Okay, so this is DeflectO. DeflectO is a company that already does storage, but they have now a craft section that they branded DeflectO Craft, and they're really high quality storage items that will hold stuff. You guys should know I posted a video of them last year when I got back from Creativation, but they sent me some product already. Like these are the old marker storage, but today they had some new stuff that a lot of people were freaking out over. Yeah. Now I need to clarify something already from the beginning. You can't do that. That's probably picking up all that on the mic. So
go way over here.
Why did we even have to take it out?
So you can see it.
Oh my gosh, I can't handle you. All right, so I have to clarify the difference. They have new product and then they have innovative product. So the new product is stuff that is literally coming out to the market. So this included the washi holder. So it's a little 3 drawers, pulls out. I think I have a brochure somewhere.
And it'll hold approximately 150 rolls of washi.
Yeah. So
it was cool. It was very, very cool.
This is the washi holder right there. So it's going to hold about 150 washi tape, or you can use the bottom drawer for, tools and stuff. They also have this, which is a ribbon holder. This is the thing that fits into the caddy. And the only thing that's different about this compared to other caddies is it's got a little bar in it that the ribbon will go on.
Mm-hmm. So it's got a dowel already built in.
Then this one, it was designed for the caddy itself. These will hold little buttons or notions or things, and they're designed to fit on top of the caddy. And then this, which is the marker storage, which is my favorite, because this was their marker storage, which is a great marker storage, but this is an accordion. Accordion, and it basically comes out and then has a lid. So, but for me, what was really cool at the DeflectO booth was what they're working on. Now, this is stuff that they basically are just saying this is kind of what we've gotten from some people, and it may or may not come to fruition. But my favorite thing there was the paper storage. They had a beautiful paper storage that held 12 by 12 paper. And on the little front, you can do little tiny squares to show you what paper's in there. And then they pulled out. Mm-hmm. And people were flipping their lid over that.
It was 9 levels. There's 9 trays.
Yeah, I think so.
In each one.
Yeah. So I told them people were freaking out over that, so they need to bring that to fruition. But I don't know if they will.
The thing they said all they're waiting for really is to make sure they get it just right so it can fit into the IKEA 13 by 13 cubes. So they need to get it just right. So you can still hold the 12 by paper. You can still hold it. And it'll still fit in those IKEA style cubicles.
Yes.
Other than that, it will be there.
Correct. Okay. So
I'm right there with you, Melody.
Then we made our way over to ThermalWeb. And Thermal Web really was cool this year. It was broken up into different areas, but the big area, of course, was Gina K Designs. For those of you who don't know, Gina K Designs last year teamed up with Thermal Web. She had a collection basically with a lot of foiling. So as soon as we got there, we wanted to film her. And she's been so amazing to us. She is just such an amazing person. But I was thinking, like, what is she going to do different? And this year she has something called Stamp and Foil, right? Stamp and what? Stamp and Foil. I think that's what it's called. Let me double check that because I've already forgotten what it's officially called.
What's officially called?
I think it's called Stamp and Foil. I have to get to it. Sorry. All right. Yes, Stamp and Foil. So here it is, Stamp and Foil. And what's cool about Stamp and Foil, let me show you here. It literally is that you're going to stamp, you're going to then color, and then you can foil it. So right there, you can see that that's stamped in purple, then their toner. So essentially what there is there's what they call the stamp sets. They have the detail foil sheets and then the die set. So you have actually stamp sets like this. So for example, that butterfly right there is a stamp set. But the individual butterflies there have these things called detail foil sheets, which are basically, you can stamp on these in different colors, or you can color them, whatever. And then the black part of it would be the part that you'd run through the foil machine. And what it does is it gives you the ability basically to, stamp and foil. So you have a little bit more color, because up to that point, you didn't have a lot of options. You would just run the foil backgrounds or the sentiment. So she's releasing now stamps and the background for those stamps to be able to foil. So that was one big thing. She's releasing,
very, very cool.
Yeah, she's releasing 3 stamp sets, 3 detail sheets, 3 craft sets that go with that. She's also releasing new backdrops. So she has this one, which is called Bold Backdrops, which is essentially, I like to say, it's like kind of birthday, it's stripes and big dots. But it goes really good with her the party, Time to Celebrate. She's also releasing one called Vibrant Vines and Where's the Party. So let me show you those. I'm trying to read it backward and it's not going so well. So you have those 3 designs that are all brand new. And I love her stuff. There's also a new foil sheet called Bubblegum, Brilliant Brew, Dazzling Orange, Glitter Green, Twinkling Pink, Radiant Red, and Sparkling Silver. And a lot of these you probably have already seen because the Glittering Green, Radiant Red, and Sparkling Silver were all released during Christmas of this year. And the other ones, I believe, were Valentine's Day. And then there's also the new, which I think this was already released, but I could be wrong. I think it's called, I always mispronounce this, Gingham. Is that Gingham? Gingham, Gingham? Which is basically, I have it. They gave it to me. Let me see if I can find it.
What's it called?
Gingham, I thought. Uh-oh.
Gingham.
I had this all organized, Sean.
I didn't touch it.
I think you did.
Touch it.
Did you or did you not touch this? Where did it go? Here it is. Look.
Gingham.
Isn't Gingham the thing where that guy goes, time goes on the side, dun, 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 that song, dun, hey. Oh, that's Gingham. I thought it was Gingham. All right. So that was cool. But the thing at Thermal Web that I was at first I didn't get it until I started playing with it, but is their purple tape. So
backwards?
What is backwards?
Our video is backwards.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to fix this. First time using it, Sean. Okay. So this is just a little sample. They'll be bigger when you get them. But purple essentially, the purple is, so obviously we all use blue painter's tape for a lot of our stuff. But this stuff is cool because it's a little bit lower tack, but it still has strong hold and it's reusable. Let me show it to you.
Like a lot. They said.
I mean, it doesn't tear.
You'll get your money's worth out of this stuff.
Yeah, it's like this. And I mean, whoop. And it's strong, but it's like you could keep reusing it over and over and over again. So I'm excited to see this. It literally was at every single booth.
Yeah, they went around and gave it to everybody.
They must have, because they had little stands at every booth. They had the purple tape at every booth.
Little placard saying this is purple.
Yeah, Spellbinders was using it like when they were running their dies through machines and stuff. They were using the purple tape to secure it down. So it was very smart on their end.
Bruce Monroe was using it.
Bruce Monroe, Ken Oliver's booth had, like, almost every booth that had anything to do with tape was using it. Yep. So I think this will be very cool.
Very cool stuff.
And they also had a very cool thing there called, I think they were called those background foils. Those acetate foil thingies.
Oh, those.
What were they called?
I actually saw a finished card. I should have taken a picture.
Clear designer toner sheets, which are these.
Really cool.
So think of them as acetate. So they're clear, but then where you see the black is where you can foil. So they're really cool because you can do shaker cards, you could do things like that, but foil it to match your card. Mm-hmm. So for example, let me show you this card over here. Right there, like that gold right there is foiled. So it's acetate in the way that it's clear, and you can do it. Now, they do have a clear one, which is printable, but keep in mind that is only on the laser printers. So I don't have a laser printer. I only have inkjet printers. I don't have a laser printer. What laser printer do I have?
A little black one. The one that just prints.
Is that a laser? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a laser printer.
Are you sure? Mm-hmm. Okay. It is. So anyways, that was very cool and very exciting. So I can't wait for those to come out. And Thermal Web's an amazing company. They always send me stuff. So hopefully they'll send it and I can review it.
Debbie, we're not sure the price point for the tape yet because it's not available.
Oh, I might be able to tell you. Just a sec. Un momento, por favor. Let me see. Let me dig and see.
For those who are asking for prices, there are some things we just don't know because it isn't available yet.
Yeah, there's no price sheets in there.
Can't be.
Wait. Let me look in this one. Oh, wait. I have an order form. But then I have to make sure I'm doing retail. So what is it called? What are we looking for? The purple tape.
The purple tape. Is it in alphabetical order?
No, it's done by collection. So deco foil, stencils.
Brenda was asking, is the clear like what Cricut had in November and December?
$7.99.
And it's 15
yards, 1.5 inches. Mm-hmm. So $7.99.
And again, if it sounds expensive, don't worry because you get to use this stuff over and over and over before.
Well, how much is blue painter's tape? I always have to throw it away though.
It's about I don't know, 3 to 5 big. Yeah. How big it is.
All right. So Sean's still looking at questions. The next thing we'll talk about, which was actually a very big surprise to me. So we were walking around. We went up to a booth. The designer was like, "Oh my gosh, I know you two." And so I was like, "Oh, we'll stop and talk to her." And I didn't know who she was. But it was Jane Davenport.
Oh, Jane Davenport, yeah.
But then I put it together. I was like, "Wow, this lady really likes mermaids." And I was like, "Oh, she's the mermaid lady." Yeah. So last year she released mermaid markers, which are these.
She's from Australia.
Yeah, she's from Australia. Mm-hmm. So these are the mermaid markers. And they were at Michael's. Mm-hmm. And they were a huge hit. In fact, I remember everyone was like, "Have you got your mermaid markers? Have you got your mermaid markers?" Well, she is taking her mermaid obsession to the whole new level. Yeah, so it's by Spellbinders. And she is releasing, first of all, this machine, which if you're a mermaid, is to die for. It's got mermaids all over it. She's releasing stamps. She's releasing ink. Yep. She's releasing dyes. She's releasing mixed media stickers. Awesome.
Some of those dyes.
Yeah. Here, so I'll show you some of these things. So here's her stamps are very much so. They're very unique. So she has these. They're kind of designed to mimic the, I guess, that mermaid look. I don't know how to do it. Let me show you some of the projects she's made. So for example, she has even wood blocks with eyes for stamps. She has inks. So if you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend it. It is a beautiful collection. I think it's going to be a very popular collection because everyone that saw this video was literally flipping out for it. And her work, like it's a lot of mixed meat. Like for example, this here, that card right there, that's a die. The outline of that is a die, that girl's face, and then she colored it. So it was a really cool booth, and she's very lovely. I really liked her, and I think that's going to be a huge hit. The next thing that Spellbinders is releasing, and I'm undecided on this. What was your thoughts on the Glimmer Hot Foil system, Sean? Okay, we filmed this, yeah.
Yes, I did. We did. So it's a cool idea. But I'm not sure how well it's going to go over. I don't know. It's hard to say.
So here's the deal: is this is essentially a new way to foil. So basically think of it in a way of normally on foil, you'd use toner sheets or something of that sort, put foil, run it through the laminator, it sticks to it. So essentially this here eliminates, I guess, the foil sheet. So what you do, the process is basically is you have a hot plate right here. You let the hot plate heat up and then you put your die, your metal die, face up. So face up, then you lay your foil face down, and then it like literally sucks it into the die. It goes like a shrink wrap, think of it. And then once it does that, you take it off you actually unplug the hot plate, and that's actually the bottom of your sandwich. It's like your A plate or base plate. Then you run it through the die machine. So here's the process. So it makes more sense. You have your hot plate, you heat it up, you put your die face up, you put your foil face down, then you run it through the Spellbinder Premium Seat. So it does beautiful results. Let me just say that. It is beautiful. Here's my only cons with it. Number one, you can use any die, but only their dies are the only ones that produce the overall pretty amazing results. Right. So essentially, if you use any die, so you got to look at like this, that's a die right there. So it's basically heating up the entire copper on that, and then it's basically the foil is all on that. Where your other dies, it's only going to be the outline or whatever it is. So it wasn't as dramatic. So I didn't like that. I don't know. I think you have to use their foil because I think it's special foil, like it's and I could be wrong. We could try it when we get it. It's a little expensive. And the last thing I don't like is you have to use it with the Platinum machine, I think. I think it has to be used because it's literally the base plate. You pull that out with it. So it's a little bit expensive for that system. It's $120 just for the hot foil system. So which is just this here. So then you need to get the Spellbinder's machine. However, I will say it is beautiful results. And it's easy. You wouldn't mess it up. Like there's no way for you to get foil anywhere else, which isn't necessarily true. He did say that if you had too much overlapping, Renee brings up a good point. Test our idea using a candle hot plate. you would still need to figure out how to do it. But anyways, yeah, it was an interesting concept. Okay, so let's keep going down our rows. So Lawn Fawn, we went to Lawn Fawn, and everyone I know loves them some Lawn Fawn, and it was nice. They had some very cute stamps, but they have done some good jobs on their interactive cards, so shaker cards, stuff like that. And they had, I'm trying to find it in here. They have a card that. There it is. Oh, this was. So it's hard to explain here, but basically this card folds up, and then when you open it, the card explodes.
Has a slight pivot point. The way the fold is, it has a pivot point in the middle, and as it comes up, it kind of does a slight twist, and then comes out on a 3 or 4 panel. Little 4 panels when you pull it out. So it's very cool, very neat. So they designed a die to cut that pivot point piece that goes onto those panels.
Their booth was always busy. We tried going in there a few times. There was just no way. When you're at Creativation, it's a hard place to be in as someone on YouTube because you don't want to get in the way of actual business owners placing their orders, because that's obviously why they're there, is for businesses to come and place orders. So you don't want to take up the salespeople time or the CEO or whoever that's in that. And that was Lawn Fawn. They had always a group of people out looking at their stuff, and they had a big booth, but they basically had one person or two people kind of taking them through and touring all the new stuff and writing orders, and just a few places for them to sit. So it was hard for us to go in there, and it's very hard. So anyways, but it was a very cool die. I know a lot of people love their stamps, so you're going to be excited to see. Trying to see what if their new stuff is here. If I can just show you new stuff in this catalog.
Oh, Melody said she made a card in Cricut Design Space.
Yeah, you can. I mean, essentially, it's a lot of work, but yeah, you could.
As long as you know how to do it, yeah.
So yeah, they have cute stuff coming out. I'm trying to think if there was anything else on that side. Tonic, of course, we talked about. Oh, I don't know if I have it here. It might be upstairs. There is a cool thing coming this summer. I don't have it. I think it's upstairs.
Where is it?
It's a cool thing coming from Testors, and it basically mimics wood. It mimics like a weathered wood. So like if you look at a piece of wood, you saw it. Oh my gosh,
are you
you are so old. Yes.
Oh,
weathered wood
from not Rust-Oleum, the other one, Krylon.
Oh, it's from Krylon. You're right, not Testors. Krylon. Yeah, Krylon did that's right.
Very cool.
And it's basically a 3-step process to make your own weathered wood. It was really cool.
Very neat.
They weren't demonstrating it. It basically was just up on a wall, and you could take a look at it. But there was nothing to really shoot. Yeah. We are member keepers. The only thing that they had, which I have that on video, is they have this new peg system where you can basically do wire. So basically it's a pegboard. Think of it like a light bright, almost like little pegs in it. And then they have patterns that show you how to wrap around all these pegs to create words like hello, love, all that stuff. But what was cool was not so much the pegboard. They're also going to release baker's twine with wire built into it, because I saw the wire and a lot of them said love, happy, joy, stuff like that. But then they had a piece of baker's twine. I was like, well, how did they get it to stay so perfect with the word love? I was like, did you have to spray that? What did you do? And they said, no, it's baker's twine with metal put into it, which is really, really big, because for me, like when I'm doing cards and stuff, like sometimes I want to do a chaotic looking twine behind a sentiment, but I also want control of it. I don't want it to just go anywhere. I want it to kind of go where I want it to go, because that's a controlling thing, and you want it to look perfect. And you can do that with this twine. You'd be able to position it. It was very cool.
I'm not sure how many colors we saw. The only one we saw off the top.
No, we got them all on film. There was 8.
Okay.
I think there's 8.
Maybe
1, 2, 3, 4. I think 8. Could be 10. So that was that one. Other than that, they're releasing a new paper trimmer. It's just an updated paper trimmer, and they're redeveloping their stamp platform. So for those of you who remember last year, stamp platform called the Precision Press, and then it was taken off the market, and this year they re-released it. And basically what they've done is they have a peg system too. So essentially think of a plate with little pegs on the corner, and you have to line the plate with the pegs, and supposedly it's going to do the same thing. I'm undecided on it. What did you think of it?
It seems like it would take too much time to sit there, trying to line everything up.
Yeah.
There wasn't any way to...
They're calling it, I think, like Precision Plate 2.0 or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I like the Tim Holtz one.
Yeah, I know you do. So anyways, that was that one. I'd see a comment that says we're buffering. We asked that question to YouTube, and they've said the buffering is usually on the other person's end, not on our end. So if you're buffering, double check to make sure you don't have any windows open or anything like that. But yeah, the Tim's new glass board, we talked about that. So anyways, we'll take a look at that or that. Other than that, then Next Door, which we didn't get a catalog.
They did have the mini envelope maker there.
They did. It makes teeny tiny little envelopes.
Little inch by inch almost.
It's super cute, but yeah, they did have it. So yeah, it was really cute. And essentially that was designed for people that really, really, really have tiny little envelopes, I guess, that want them. So the next thing is also with the right across the way. So American Crafts owns We Are Memory Keepers. We also found out that they bought Bo Bunny.
Yes, they
but did. Right across the way, something caught my eye, and that was in Heidi Swap's booth. I also did a video on this. Heidi Swap is known for, releasing essentially the letter boards and everything, but she has this cool new thing, which is neon. And at first I didn't think it was so cool until I went to the black dark room. And essentially what it says smile or something like that.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9 different things that you could use. And one was a pair of lips. And a cactus is one.
Cactus, lips, smile, love, and stuff. And essentially it's a neon wire that you kind of tie in a knot, you put in it, you follow this wood pattern. Then when you're done, you take it out and you put a little battery, and it's neon.
Battery, it goes steady, slow blink, and fast blink.
Yep. And she's also releasing like a glow
black light a letterbox, which was really cool. So they have the box has black light already in, little LED light both top and bottom. You can get different colors. And then they had an LED white box, letterbox that was cool, and you can set it to randomly change different colors. That one's really cool. That would be really great to have. What What else was there?
So once again, I'm just going to repeat this one last time because everyone's commenting on it. I can't do anything about the buffering. All you can do is close out the window, log out and log back in or something of that sort. I apologize it is buffering, but there's nothing I can do about it. So I apologize. All right. So the next thing, I'm trying to go in order, but I might get out of order, which I think is what we're doing, which is okay. All right, so this thing was pretty cool.
Yep.
Where is it?
The bends?
Yeah.
You had it right with your thing there.
Well, what did I do with them?
Oh.
Oh, here they are. Okay. So we went to this booth and they have this thing called Art Bricks. So essentially what they were doing is they were having you color pieces of paper. So here is Sean's coloring. So this ugly bear, but he colored it with these markers. And then what you do, and look at that, it's kind of dull, doesn't look pretty, but then you put this on face down on a piece of cotton or
it has to be polyester.
Oh, polyester.
At least 80% or higher of a polyester blend because of the chemical reaction that it does.
So here's what he colored.
That's what
he put it on a piece of polyester and heat pressed it, and this is what he got. So these pens are basically
sublimation
ink in markers that allow you to heat press, and it's permanent. So you can overlayer the colors. So look at here. This is what I did on this, which is basically doing a couple different colors and stuff like this. And what this gives us the ability to do is normally when you do heat transfer and you're doing layering, you can only do so many layers before it gets bulky. So if you do 1 or 2, 3 layers, it's a lot of bulk. The other part you could do is you can do screening. So, basically screening with inks and letting it dry. This kind of gives us a little cheat because all they are is little markers like so. And basically you color. Now just keep in mind, like mine, it's backwards. So like Ken's Creations, I had to do it backwards, which they showed me a little trick, and I'll show that in my review video. But I was able to color and do that. That's blue on purple. It's dull. When you're coloring it, it's very dull. And I was like, this is not pretty. But then you press it, and it was absolutely amazing. So I've already come home. These markers will fit in your silhouette, but they will not fit in any of the Cricut machines. However, I can tell you everyone was talking about these markers because it's pretty impressive. Now, I already talked to the company. This is all the colors they have right now. So you can see the colors here. You have kind of a red, orange, yellow, green, blue, light blue, purple, pink, brown, and black. It's brand new. It just came to market. So they said if there is going to be a huge desire for these, they'll bring out more colors. I don't know when they're officially releasing yet, but I do know that people were really freaking out. Because imagine if you if you printed, all you have to, and this is on copier paper, not special paper. So you just take copier paper, print out a coloring page, and then start coloring it in. You can put that on a shirt. Yeah, bada bing, bada boom, done.
Color any piece of paper with these pens.
Yeah.
And then press it right on.
They don't blend well.
They don't blend.
So like you can overlay, but you can't like blend the colors. But they were very cool.
Are they going to make it for the Cricut?
I have no idea.
No idea.
They're not Cricut's products, so if they did, they would have to figure it out.
Product, but it just happens
to fit in the silhouette. So, however, I mean, for me, it's just coloring it in. Oh, sorry, too close. So look at that. Isn't that cool?
It's very cool.
Yeah.
And it's literally looks like it's been what do you call it? Inked, screen.
Yeah, it looks like it's been screen printed.
And it was funny, they had this Russian gal there who's a chemist, and she was giving me the chemistry way of why this works. It's because the way the strands
I think
of
she's
polyester,
the one that made it.
She helped invent it, the way they did it.
Oh.
And it's just because the way a polyester strand is almost hollow and can absorb that kind of material with heat and steam, where cotton can't do that. That's why it's got to be like that.
Yes. Okay.
And yes, you can wash this all day long and it'll never come out.
So the next thing I wanted to talk about was very cool embossing powders. These are from a company called Emerald Creek. I did reach out to them today, and the shipment of these are still coming in, but then you can pre-order them. And these embossing powders are called baked, I think baked elements or something, but they're very grungy.
They obviously have a texture on these.
Yeah.
And this is it's almost like sandpaper, but the color, the look is just amazing. So this one was, I think, their sand. And this one was...
Look at that asphalt. That's so cool.
This was called Deep Sea. And if you do a double layer, it gives you that almost glossy, watery look.
Yeah.
This one was my favorite, the patina. So it's got that beautiful turquoisey colors with little bits and pieces of copper and stuff. And they called this something beeswax or something wax.
Honey beeswax? I think it's honey beeswax.
Well, no, there was another word like... there's another word I can't think of it, but very cool stuff. I mean, it literally,
or something.
It definitely looks like wax.
Yes,
it really was very cool.
So I'm ordering these. They don't ship till like the end of February, but when I get them, I will show them to you. For those of you, baked texture, yes.
Baked texture.
So right next to their booth was Unicorn Spit. Now, Unicorn Spit we missed out on last year. A lot of people, when I got back, were like, hey, did you see the Unicorn Spit? And I was like, what are people talking about? So I was on a mission to find it. She was another one. She was super sweet. She went up and she was like, are you going to make something? I was like, yeah. And she's like, why do I know you? And she's like, oh my God, you guys do reviews. I love you, blah, blah, blah. She was so nice. Was really from nice Kansas. Too. Yeah. And she is releasing glitter Unicorn Spit. I think it's just called glitter, maybe glitter shimmer. This stuff is so cool.
Amazing stuff that you can do with that stuff.
Yeah. So watch that video. I don't have any samples, but I'm going to be ordering that and doing some stuff with it. It's so cool. And there is a ton of colors.
And some people kind of missed out that once you put that on, and of course some of the things that you saw that were finished have that super high gloss look. That is an aftermath material. It's a glaze. It has to go on and do that. So that's not how it looks when you're done actually painting something with it. But it's so environmentally friendly. It blows your mind on how they were able to create this stuff and be so environmental friendly. It's amazing. It was just...
Yes, and you are hearing it right. Unicorn Spit.
Unicorn Spit.
Yeah. And she told me...
She got it from her son.
Yeah. And she said it's environmental safe. So it can go down like the drain and not hurt anyone. Kids can use it. All that stuff.
Water is your friend.
We're getting to the UK company. I will show you that here in a second. But I want to tell you. So one of the cool things about going this time under Ken's Creations, as it said, are where we were from, which was Spokane, Washington. So when we went to the Avery L booth, which has very cute stamps, very cute. I kept on saying, oh, I love the cutesy stamps. And she came up and she was like, oh my gosh, I went to Gonzaga. I know you. I lived in Spokane.
She's
blah,
a 509 girl.
509 girl. And she's the one that creates a lot of the like cutesy stamps like this. Yep. And she was super nice. She gave this as a little treat because we are from 509. So it was just a small little world because I was telling her, I love this company and there are a lot of cute stuff. And so like she designs all of the really cutesy stuff like that. So it was kind of cool just to hear like, oh, she's from Spokane. How cool. That's all I wanted to say about that. All right. So we'll go right to the one I know you guys are all thinking about. So before going to Creativation, I was looking at the floor map and I saw an amazing company called Visible Image. And the reason why this company jumped out at me as a guy in the crafting industry, I don't have a lot of options. Of course, we have Tim Holtz. We have Brutus Monroe has masculine designs. And of course, Ken Oliver has some stuff in his stamp line and stuff like that. So there's not a lot of options. So when I saw these stamps, I went completely crazy. So I was looking all over the trade show forum and I found them. And first of all, the owners are the nicest people I've ever met. They are just so sweet. But this is what it basically looks like. And I found out that the gentleman owner is the designer. Mark designs all of the stamps. And his wife, Helen, was the one that basically promotes it. Now, they're only in the United Kingdom. So before I even did a live video, I said, what happens if I send everyone to the store? I don't want, $500 shipping. And she was like, nope, we'll make sure they only get charged around $5. We take the hit on that. And that was basically, I was in love. So I will show you. They were so nice to me after I did a live video. They gave me samples to show you guys. I'm going to be buying more. These aren't going to be for people that want to color a lot. I wouldn't say these are going to be for people that want to spend a lot of time coloring. But they are so, I can't like imagine what you can do with embossing powders and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you some examples. So like this is one, and they're photopolymer stamps. Sean loved this one because it's got that little butterfly from the put the lotion in the basket. And so a lot of the designs that they do, of course, you could color this, but a lot of the designs were meant to do like kind of distressed look. I don't want to say distressed, but like, for example, stuff like this. And stuff like, I'm trying to find, I mean, some of their examples in that booth were absolutely gorgeous. We'll show you that one here. So this one is my favorite one I saw there. So it's this, it says time, which is this one right. I think she gave it to me. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
So what's cool about this is here it is. It says time. And it says sample, not for resale. So I have to take that sticker off, I think. Well, maybe not. But it comes with, right there is the clock. And then it comes with the background. And on the card, what they did is they actually cut out all of the different pieces of the clock. And they lifted it up with basically glue dots done together.
Three-dimensional glue dots, yeah.
Yeah, but it's got amazing quotes. You can't,
very, very cool.
You can't turn back the clock and change the past. Live in the now and make every moment count. Is so incredibly precious, which is time. We always think we'll have to make some changes to be happy again. So they were just, I mean,
and Helen is the one that comes up with a lot of almost all the set.
Yeah, I mean, look at some of these designs, you guys.
And yes, a lot of Tim's and Bruce Monroe's distressed looks or their sprays and all that stuff would go so well with all this stuff.
Yeah, it's just such a cool.
And like I said, and even somebody just said there also, it's out. You're thinking outside the box for a look, a style, and it was just wonderful.
Yeah, and you should be able to order right now. So if you go to www.visibleimage.co.uk, a lot of this stuff is already available. And like I said, they ship. They said their turnaround times around between 3 and 5 business days that they'll get it. And then, of course, whatever U.S. Post takes to get here. But it's something different that I just love. Her spirit was strong, her dreams were big, and her passion was unrivaled. And then close your eyes to the past, open your mind to new beginnings. It's just such a cool look.
Do you have the links below for this one?
I don't know.
Not yet.
So I just love this look, and they even have stencils. So stencils.
Yeah, so they had some really cool stencils.
Yeah, and so I'll show you the catalog that they gave me, which is some of the coolest. They have all, they're called Written in the Stars, which are all of the zodiacs. Look at that. And like, I envision people doing a lot of embossing. What?
Clockwork Orange.
That's what I was showing them. So look at that stamp. And then look at it down there with the 2 little kids. You have that down there. So you can see that kind of look they're going for. They have alphabets. They have just so many. I'm trying to find all of them. This one is a very 80s theme to it. So you can see you have this was a big look in the 80s. You got the cassette tape, the guitar. You have this. Yeah, they had this one in there with the eyes and the. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, just so many, like to the point where I almost want everything.
Yep.
In their catalog.
And do a card or something.
Yeah, so I'll be definitely doing a lot with this. It's just something I haven't seen before, and I just loved it. There was a lot of stamp companies here, but nothing that I've seen that looks or feels quite like that.
You're right, Jennifer. Gotta love that cassette for us people in the 80s.
I was in the 80s.
Yeah, just barely.
No, I was in the 80s. I had cassette tapes. I had Paula Abdul, Forever Your Girl on cassette tape. All right. Yes. Spectrum Noir or Crafter's Companion. The only big things there were the Gemini Junior. So it's 9 inches.
The original is 9. The Junior is 6. So it's 1/3 less than what it was.
Yes. It was 1/3 less. Yeah. And then their other big thing are these. The metallic. Wait, no, those are the pencils.
Yes, Sherry, we had an 8-track at one point.
Let's see.
I was very young when that happened.
I don't know where the metallic. So they have metallic markers coming out, and I can't find them in here. Oh, maybe they're not in here.
Oh no, those are the.
No, those are graphics. So the metallic. I don't know if we did a No, we did a video there.
Yeah, we did a video there.
They're going to be debuting, they already said, on HSN. So that's where they will be. But these metallic pens were amazing.
Smooth, full, the complete, there was no skipping.
And they did a full, like, you don't see the black behind it. Like, it was a really good.
A solid.
I don't think they're in here.
I mean,
oh, metallic markers, 44. Here they are. So these are the 2 color sets they're going to have.
Pull back here. That's too dark. A little more. And then tilt it just a bit like this. There you go. So, yeah.
And they were amazing. Like, they're juicy and they flow really nice on black paper. They had just enough metallic to where they weren't overdone, but they were. Oh, sorry.
Asking me the price.
I don't know if they're in there.
Yep.
$16.95.
Won't be available until
May 2018. HSN is where they're debuting.
Yep.
We also stopped by Diamond Dots.
Oh.
Diamond Dots has a new catalog. You guys saw my video last year. I won't go into too much detail, but they have a new Santa. Let me see if I can find him. Yeah. And he
Santa is a little different.
Not different in a bad way.
No, it's just
very there. The other one so here was the old Santa.
So that tilted a little bit, a little more stuff. The new one's the new one in there.
I don't know.
The new one is more close up of him.
It's such a good one,
and not with his hand up. It's just a bigger.
He's looking at his Christmas list. Maybe it's not in here.
Oh.
I thought it would.
Very, very cool.
They also have a really, and it's on the cover, so I'll show you here in one sec. Look at this snowman.
That's my mom's.
And that snowman has so many different colors of blue and silver.
Just to give the effect of.
There it is.
There's the new one.
That's the new Santa.
Yep. Very cool.
And it's got a ton of sparkle in his beard. Like it just came out. Yeah. The selfie animals are super cute. Let me see if I can find those ones. They were so nice. Here they are.
Nancy ordered 5 kits already. Way to go, Nancy.
So these are the selfie ones. Look at that. Look at that.
How big are these? Let's say these selfies are a good 3-4 feet wide.
I can tell you if you'd like me to tell you. Okay. So they're 97 by 77 centimeters. So 38.2 inches by 30.3. The Santa Claus is basically 19.7 inches by 28.4. So they had these, which were super cool, but this was really cool. I'm not a cross stitcher at all.
No. But your sister-in-law is.
My sister-in-law is. But they have a new thing called no count cross stitch. And so essentially what it is they've taken your cross stitch and they've basically printed the pattern on there in obscene colors. And when I mean obscene colors, I mean obscene, like bright red, bright yellow. And it's not to tell you that that's the color you have to use. It's to tell you here's the design. And then basically, because the design's there, you don't have to count. You just basically follow your design. So essentially, the no count cross stitch chart is amazingly printed directly and precisely onto fabric squares. Cross stitch pattern washes away after the stitching. So you won't see the color underneath. The reference key is printed on there. The printed shades are bright and intentionally contrasted for easy. I don't know that a red next to a very light red or another red would be hard to see. So you can see here like the difference between what they print it like. So, and then the actual underneath, you can see the difference there.
If you saw our video, she had a little 3-panel of a start, an accidental got it wet by accident, and then the finished washed product. And all that color, the grid, everything totally disappears.
Yes. So that was very cool.
Yeah, very, very cool.
So this is Ken Oliver. They were so nice at the Ken Oliver booth. Let me just show you what they gave me. They gave me all of this. And then all of these.
Which one's this one?
So Ken Oliver. So he's released new ink, which at first I went to the booth and I was like, I don't get it. But then I saw it. Oh, and he's also releasing a new kit that's, I think, called
Galaxy.
Is it Galaxy?
Yep. The new.
Yeah, Galaxy assortment, which basically includes Jupiter, solar flare, terrestrial, night sky, deep space, and platinum liquid metals, so people can create, because background or galaxies are so big. But his new thing besides that is his ink pads. His ink pads come in these colors with re-inkers, and his ink pads are very reactive to water. So you can actually take his ink pad like so on a square, put a lot of ink down, spray it with a little water, and it makes amazing reaction to it. That's the only way I can think of it.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, we have it on film, but it was pretty impressive to see how it reacts with water. They didn't have these, but these here are coming. They're stencil brushes. These brushes are amazing. So essentially you get a piece of poster board like artboard like so. You can put a stencil on or no stencil. You take these brushes, you just basically get it on there with ink, put it on the artboard, spray it with water, stencil it, whatever, and it's amazing. It's pretty cool. So yes, the camera here puts everything backwards, so I apologize. You guys are seeing that backwards.
They say they're not seeing it backwards.
Oh, I thought you were. We see it backwards. So that was his big thing. He of course has new stencils. I cannot stress enough, his craft mat is by far the best craft mat I've ever used in my entire life. So if you have not bought his craft mat, the Ken Oliver best craft mat, here it is right here. I know some people like look at the price and they're like, no way.
It's worth every penny.
It's worth every single penny.
Yeah, there's a small and a large. We have both.
We have both because we loved them so much. Yep. Okay, so the next thing was this. I'll let Sean talk about this. But
the Dremel. So some of you have husbands or even yourself.
That was rude to assume it would be the husbands.
Not always.
Yes, it is.
Have a Dremel. And it's it's a handheld. Some are kind of bulky and pretty cool on being able to do stuff. Now, they've come out one for more of the crafter style. And it's a small, very lightweight. It doesn't go as fast as the bigger one in RPMs and stuff, but you're capable of being able to like grind or even cut away and make designs with using stencils and whatnot in wood. And there are other things that came with it too.
Well, and there are other. So the plan is they're releasing this one thing, and then they're going to release a whole suite of tools for the crafter, and they're going to come either by themselves. You can buy them by themselves, or you can get them in kits. So it basically teaches you how to use them. Now they've redesigned them to be more crafter friendly to look at. But their idea is they know there's a lot of makers out there that are doing DIY on wood and metal and glass etching and stuff. And so they're releasing an entire line. They only have 2 sets out right now, but they said by mid-summer, all the sets should be out. Here's the deal. Right now, though, they're available at Ace and Amazon. They're not in any craft stores because I kept saying I've been hearing about them, but I can't find them. And they said that they're in...
I've heard about that yet, so I don't know about the Flex tool, but yeah.
So it's very cool. I'm really excited about it. And what I liked about it so much was they come in kits. So for example, there's a kit like on the glass etching. So it walks you through how to use it. Plus you get the tool, all the attachments, and the price point wasn't bad.
No, not really. They were like $50 or less.
Yeah, not bad at all. All right. So the next booth we went to, I have a funny story about it. So the new Katherine Pooler, many of you guys know her from Stamps of Approval. She has a kit that she releases every...
She was so nice.
So we couldn't get into her booth all weekend because there was always people in this booth.
Yeah, there was.
And then on Sunday... you filled out a card and you got a drink. It was a party drink because her whole thing's kind of like it's a party and yay and bright colors. And I was thinking it was like going to be like blue juice. It was straight up vodka, people. It was straight up vodka with a little blue thing in there. Corrado. And so she was 1 to 2 booths down from Ken Oliver. So if you watch the Ken Oliver, he actually kicks me out of his booth because I was drunk. Because I was like literally like, Ken, show him that. And show him, he was like, Ken, you need to leave my booth. Because I had 2 drinks in a row because Sean didn't drink his. And it was legit. Like these, like, I'm not even kidding. Like little old ladies were leaving the booth with these drinks. And I mean, it was straight vodka.
It
was so good.
Some had 2 in their hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, back to her though. I love that. But anyways, she released these ink pads. Now, at first, I was thinking, well, they're just another ink pad. But these ink pads are
lights.
They're
a light sponge.
They're like a sponge. So they're very, very light. I have ink on me, but which makes them very lightweight, number one. Yeah, but it gets you really, really, really good coverage. And she has all amazing lines of colors in her line. She has a new Zen Garden coming out. She has a color chart that automatically shows you how to match everything. I was so impressed with her booth. It was a pretty big booth. She was very popular. She still has stamps of approval. She has die. She has stamps. So if you have not checked her out yet, I highly recommend it. Thank you. But she also has a embossing powder called, this is Dripping Wet.
That's right, because it was down the bottom.
Okay. She also has an embossing powder called, now I already forgot. What was it called? It was black with glitter prettiness in it.
I don't remember, but it was very, very pretty.
Yeah, and it's Katherine Pooler Designs.
Katherine Pooler.
Katherine Pooler. So check her stuff out. Her embossing powder was pretty impressive. Yes.
You were right, Sally. Her booth did win Best Show.
It did.
She's got a plaque and everything. I think I have it on the video.
All right, so 2 last things we will show you, and then, I mean, we have tons of stuff we can show you, but
we did, Renzo. You'll have to do it.
We went to a booth, and we enter my business card, and I never win anything, and I won something. That's amazing.
Yep.
Are you guys ready? We didn't do a video here.
No.
And I was told that there was a winner every day, and I won.
Yep. 2
winners a day. So you guys all know I did an Instax camera review where you take a picture and it prints it off. But what happens if you take that and combine it with the fact that you don't have to print it off? What do you get, Sean?
Digital.
You get this. So this is the new Instax Square.
It's a hybrid.
So essentially, this is a camera that has a screen. You can take a picture and it will print out on film, or you can save up to 50 of them and print it off later.
Or an SD card for more.
Yep, or SD card. So it still has the same look of that Polaroid. It's not Polaroid, but it's Fujifilm, but it has that same look and feel, and that's the actual size that it will print, but you don't have to take it right away. You can actually wait. It has 10 color filters, pre or post click, dual shutter buttons, circular click dial for easy operation. You can shoot, you can edit, you can shoot and print. It's so cool, and I won it. And Sean can't touch it.
Yep. Yes, Gabby. We did. Heffy Doodle was right next door to. Was actually
her stuff was so cute.
He was right in between Katherine Pooler and Bruce Monroe. They were right in between the two.
So, and then we got a whole bunch of film with it.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So last thing, and then we are done.
They were very gracious people.
Because we're already over our time limit. So,
are we all right?
Yeah. We were going to all these booths, and I left Sean.
So we're gonna have to do another one for more stuff, aren't we?
Well, kind of.
There's some stuff. This stuff.
This stuff. So I left Sean. So we were in a booth, and I left Sean alone for like 20 minutes.
No.
And I'm pretty sure.
About 10. I'm
pretty sure you could be a prostitute. So I don't know how. I don't know what happened. But I went to him and I said, Sean, there is this cool new company. Well, it's not new, but there's this company that is creating. So essentially, Sean sets up our camera. So I'm always saying, hey, let's do a camera. And we literally have a wacky-do system of our things. And they're holding things up by wires and stuff. And Sean says, we need a new thing. And I was like, oh, there's this cool camera that holds your camera. Here it is right here. And basically it has this extending arm that goes over to where when we're filming live, you can film right down here. There's it's called Archon. Okay, right? So this thing is so cool. And he's like, hey, we can do like an affiliate code and give your followers a discount, which is Ken's Creations. So if you go to Archon, www.archon.com and buy one of these, use Ken's Creations, KENS Creations, Kreations. You get 20% off your entire thing.
Do.
Somehow, though,
it isn't.
Sean got everything for free.
He gave me a mount, a small tripod,
He was so proud of it. You have no idea how proud he was. I was like, how did you get that? And he was like,
an iPad holder.
He was so, he watched some of your videos and your review videos are so good and blah, 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 blah. And somehow he got it for free.
He says, here, why don't you just take this?
I think he flirted with him. I'm pretty sure. I wasn't there.
Very nice guy. His name is
I wasn't
Aaron,
there for part of the whole discussion. So he might have a new boyfriend in Phoenix. I don't know. I'm sure that guy was married, but
yeah, but I think he's the one that started it. And I think because his name's Aaron, which is why the AR, I think, is where some of the name came from. I could be wrong. I don't know. But
it is cool. He gave him Well, we're going to be doing that, and we're going to be doing something with Switcher Studios. But this thing is so cool because it extends how many feet up?
It can go up, I believe it was 47 inches tall total.
Yeah, total. And it holds onto your phone, you know, and there's ways to attach a iPad directly onto it. So the iPad's looking at you, your other camera's looking down, and then you get something called Switcher Studios, and you can jump back and forth between them.
So you'll be watching us do multi-camera, and as long as you have an
even three cameras, it can do up to 8 cameras.
8 cameras. If you have 8 cell phones or iPads, you can even use this computer camera only. You just can't do the switcher into the, which is kind of weird why it won't. But yeah, very, very cool.
It was super nice. And I mean, the 20% is huge. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, because this kit is normally $100. So the 20% off takes it down to $80. They have really cool lighting that goes directly on your phone.
LED rings.
That goes on your phone. So that way it lights up your face when you're doing live videos.
Super lightweight.
I mean, let me take it out and show you just how. I don't know how.
Is it in that one?
Oh my gosh.
Is it in there?
Yes. I put everything in here. See?
Okay.
I've squished it all in here. So here it is. This is the arm.
This is the articulating arm. The camera sits on this. Oh, thank you very much, Don. That was so very, very kind of you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Don.
That's very nice of you.
Uh-oh. Was that something of importance?
Yes.
That's Allen wrench. So here's the thing.
That's the base plate.
This is the base plate, and then this goes into it. So you can see here, like that. And then what's cool about it is this little arm. So this is the arm, and you can put another one on there. So there's 3. It's in here.
Yep.
And then this just tilts. Wait, I have to unscrew it a little bit, Sean said. There we go. So then this hold your camera like that. And look, you can move everything to get different angles, everything like that. So it is such a cool product. As soon as Sean saw it, he was like, we need that. Like, we need that. I'm done with doing the live the way you want to do it.
And we've been trying to figure out how to do a multi-camera without using OSB because we have troubles with it. And I saw Switcher Studio. They had it running, and they did a live with it. And he was controlling the entire show on his phone. And the effects that it can do, you guys are going to be blown away when we get this software to
literally we get in fights after lives because I do not like OBS because it goes down. There's like a 15-second lag. Sometimes the video just stops working, the volume starts working, and Switcher Studio solves that. And this stand, there's no touching the camera, there's no accidentally hitting something and it wiggling. So it was the answer to everything for Sean. He was so excited, and then he was so proud of himself. He was so proud of himself.
When he said, "Here, wait a minute," he came back and he brought out the box. I'm going, "Are you kidding me? He's doing this?"
Yeah. So now we are going to do a review.
Huge shout out to Aaron.
We're going to do a review and stuff. And I have to admit,
we'll do a professional video on top of this.
All of our videos are professional.
Well, that's true. It won't be alive. It'll be. I don't know. She's got a hold of something.
Yeah. So I see.
She's got.
I know.
Plastic.
Then why don't you go get it?
She's on your side.
She's not. Oh yeah, she is.
She's eating plastic.
Royals, you can't eat plastic. Oh my god.
Rachel says yes, you were flirting.
So yeah. So what's cool about this is you can use your phones. You don't have to use your computer. OBS, you have to use your computer, and then you can plug your iPhone in and use it. It's very it's good program for free. It means free.
How long will that code be good for?
But I think good.
Good for as long as he likes us.
Yeah. So it's just Ken's Creations, all one word. This is amazing for crafters. It's amazing. This thing is so cool.
So it has 3 settings. It has daylight, bright white, like that. Push it again. It has a mixture of both.
So
yellow, off. That's white.
White. You can't really see it.
That's the mixture.
But that's the mixture, and then that's the regular.
That's
but what this is designed for is for people who want to do selfies. You put this on your phone like so. So when you go live,
you have
look at that.
It's very, very cool. It's a USB charged, will last up to 45
minutes. So if
you're
just holding it, people are like, I can barely see you. Now it has, it's got a USB charger. Oh, okay, Sean's going to do, we're doing a test right now as we speak. We're doing a test. He's so excited about this, you guys. This is his cup of tea. He is all about technology. Okay, so this is without, and then here's my phone.
Right here. Don't worry. Look at that. Now,
look at that.
Not because of that. Look at that. It puts out a lot of light for a teeny little thing.
And then I think this was only like $10 or maybe $15.
I'll have to look at it. And you can adjust, I think, even the brightness if you hold it.
Really?
Oh, no, there's a dial on it.
There's a dial?
Yes.
Where? Oh, yeah.
There's
look
a
at
dial
that.
So you can...
Of course, you have it all the way up.
Yeah. So you can tone it down if you need to tone it down. Turn it up if you need to turn it up.
Wow, that's bright.
Yep. So, yeah.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
It was very cool. And everyone that saw this camera or the stand, like all of our friends were like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. We need to buy it. For live videos, it just makes sense. And live videos is where it's at. What was really cool is he has a stand. Let me see if I have where's the catalog? So this floored me. So I've always told Sean, I want to be able to broadcast to multiple things. So if people can watch me on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. And I was like, but how do we do that? And look.
If you have 3 different broadcast items, you can do all 3
so
at once.
He has a stand that will hold all your phones so you can go live on each separate channel at the same time. Now, I don't know how you're going to monitor comments, but that way, Angela, instead of going on one and the other, like I go on YouTube and then share it, this way you can broadcast live to everything.
Angela is a big baker, and they sell these like hotcakes to bakers.
Yeah, they
love this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of them do it. Yes, Melody, even you.
Yeah. So anyways, I highly recommend it. Use my code. We'll be doing another shout out to them once we do the review. But also, that's it for tonight because we've went over our time limit of stuff. There was so much stuff, you guys. It was such a fun show. We had a blast. We met so many people. We got to catch up with a ton of people. I think I had more fun finding my friends from last year than I did actually doing things.
And I know a lot of people that watches never comment, and I know you guys are watching. Thank you for everything you guys have done for us.
Why did you
the
do
shout
that?
outs? I don't know.
Thank you. It was so funny because Sean, I didn't know he was asking that question because anytime someone would be like, "Oh my gosh, I watch you," he'd always be like, "Do you comment?" I was like, why do you keep asking that?
So I know what their name is if they came out. Oh, I'm so-and-so. I would go, oh.
He's like, that was the first question. Do you comment? And they'd be like, yeah.
A lot of people don't. They just watch. They just like to watch, but never say anything.
I know. It was just really funny.
Yeah.
So anyways, it was an amazing show. Amazing people. I had tons of friends. Here's Riley. So it was awesome. The last thing I wanted to say is, because I'm trying to build other audiences around the internet, including Instagram, we're going to be changing up our live and doing a live on each of our avenues. So one on Instagram, one on YouTube, one on Facebook, and doing it. And we might be changing up our live schedule just because now coming back from Creativation, we want to do a lot of reviews for companies that we think have great products. And that takes a little bit of time. And that might cut into our live schedule because we were doing lives Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we're trying to figure out how that's all going to work, but we'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
I will be doing a contest here very shortly on each of the avenues. So YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, all of them will be for different things. So it could be a maker, could be an easy press, it could be a Silhouette Cameo 3, all of that stuff. So
losing my focus.
Yeah. So all right. Anything else, Johnny?
No, but thank you again for everybody. Thanks for joining us. We love you all.
It was a good experience.
Stay tuned.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah. It was fun. We had some good people there. We did our show, and it was just so nice. People coming up and introducing themselves and giving hugs and saying, "We watch you. We love you." We, of course, people we met last year.
Diane, she's wonderful.
Yeah,
gotta love Diane.
The companies just were all amazing. So,
we got to meet Heidi Swap, actually.
Oh yeah, that's the first year we got to meet Heidi Swap.
Yeah, Heidi Swap.
So we met everyone else last year. I don't know how we missed Heidi Swap last year, but we did.
Well, we kind of went to their booth, but we didn't. I don't.
Maybe she wasn't there. She was so popular. I don't know. We didn't get to. And then of course we got to meet. We got to spend time with Diane Reevely. I love Diane. She is the funniest. Oh my gosh, she is so funny. I was telling her something about paper towels, and she was like, "You people in America are killing our planet."
They're not. They call them kitchen towels.
Kitchen towels. That's right.
Kitchen towels.
And we were like, "Don't you use a kitchen towel?" And she goes, "No, they're killing the planet." with her little British accent. I love it.
Question: will you make an announcement on Facebook no matter where you're going live?
Yes. Once I know what exactly our schedule is going to be, I will announce it to everyone and let everyone know. And stuff.
Maybe.
We'll talk. Yeah. Well, no. You saw Sean in one of Midge and Madge's Facebook lives. That's so funny. He thought he was Mr. Popular.
I didn't know they were live at one point. I thought they were just doing it a thing and going, oops, sorry.
Well, he also interrupted an official Crafters Companion video. I didn't. You did too.
We got in trouble. We both got. Excuse me, sir. We're filming here. Oh, sorry.
They had to start over.
Luckily, it was just film. It wasn't live.
But still, we felt horrible.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I was like, wow, they look really professional sitting there using the Gemini Junior. And then they're like, excuse me, we're filming here. I was like, oh.
We're not going to a summer convention, though.
Yeah, we are.
What summer convention?
We're going to go to the one in Puyallup.
In Puyallup?
Yeah, there's a scrapbook expo in Puyallup, Washington we're going to go to June 1st and 2nd. I told you about that.
Mm-hmm.
This guy. You just said we're not going to one in summer. I
didn't know that was a summer convention.
Would you consider June 1st and 2nd?
I didn't know.
Spring?
I didn't know when it was.
I can't handle him. I know. I felt so bad.
Well, you'll have to stop by.
It was not funny. We totally ruined their entire video. They had to start over.
That's right. I think they just started, so technically it's spring. Yes, not until June 21st when it's officially summer.
So,
but that's right.
Come to what's Scumberg?
Schamberg.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ooh, we also found out that we might want to go to Germany next year.
I think it's like the.
I mean, I have to medicate myself, but we're gonna go there.
400 exhibitors, 4 floors, and 1 floor is completely all Christmas. And one person said, "Are you kidding?"
It's called Craft World, I think, or Craft something. And everyone kept on saying, "Are you guys going to the Germany show? You're going?" And I was like, "No, what's this Germany show?" And they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's 4 floors, and there's a whole floor of Christmas." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I need to go there!" Like. Could you imagine? We would need to be there for 2 weeks and just do live videos.
I don't know if it'll give me 2 weeks.
I know. I'll just drink. Do a lot of drinking. So I know. 4 floors of products.
Over 4.
Oh my gosh.
And it's in Frankfurt, Germany.
I just know it's in Germany. And I'm going to have to drink to get there. A lot of it. So
it's a lot. It's going to be a long
time. All right, guys. So we will be back Monday of next week. Hopefully by then we know what's going on with our schedule and stuff. And if you guys have any questions on stuff on Creativation, let us know. I have all of our videos posted. And other than that, thank you guys so much for everyone that came up and watched and shared our videos and everything. So we are truly blessed to have gone and
thank you much.
Everything we saw there.
Yeah. Wow. So we're almost at 300. Yay.
We were over 300 at one point. You need to pay attention.
I try to.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
I don't know how to. Oh, right there. In stream.